Tough day at work? Exhausted from the non-stop hustle and grind? It's time to unwind and enjoy watching movies from your must-watch list. Take a break from the small screen and immerse yourself with the all-new Hisense Smart 4K ULED TV. Hisense is recognized as a global provider of flat-panel TVs and household appliances. Its television sets are powered by the High-View engine, an AI-powered technology that enables fast graphic processing. This guarantees the finest image and the clearest motion in all types of content that you watch. Hisense TVs also run on the VIDA U Smart operating system, which is fast, easy to set up, and has a simplified interface for easier use. It comes with a pre-installed apps such as Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, NBA TV, Facebook Watch, UEFA TV, and others. Convenient, high-tech, reliable, that is Hisense Smart 4K ULED TV. Get your own Hisense TV 4K ULED TV now and get a free soundbar for every purchase. Hisense TVs are available in appliance stores nationwide and also in Lazada and Shopee. For more information, follow Hisense at Facebook and at HisensePH on Instagram. You may also visit hisense.com.ph. Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. My name is Alec Cuenca and I'm your host. And before anything else, welcome to the show. If this is your first time, then I hope that you enjoy this episode. And if you learn from this one, then go ahead and check out the amazing content that we have here in the podcast and also on TikTok at Small Talk Podcast. And if you're an avid listener, if you're always here, always improving yourself, then I just want to say that I'm proud of you. Okay, I am proud of you of how far you have come. But I know that we got a lot to figure out in this world. We got a lot of lessons to learn, and we have so much to experience in this life. So let's keep going. Let's focus on how we could become better so that we can become the person that we want to become in the future. Now, before I talk about the topic that we have for today, I just want to announce again the group coaching sessions, the Better Me Project, a more in-depth discussion and sessions on the different topics that we talk about here in the podcast. We have a weekly session. It's every Monday, 8 p.m., and we deep dive into these kinds of topics. So you may join anytime. There is a small investment fee, but I'm sure I can promise you that it will be worth it. Okay, so join us there. You get to meet a lot of amazing people that are also interested or also invested in personal development. So, and also you will have like mentoring sessions with me with whatever areas of your life that needs mentoring. So, in today's episode, we are going to talk about the 5 things. Oh, before that, again, also my last announcement would be the podcast will now become more available to you. I am dedicated in bringing you guys 3 episodes a week because I know a lot of people listen, they binge watch or binge listen to the podcast. So I think, we should get more episodes up there. And I'm just freaking excited because I actually posted a photo on Instagram, and I combined all the people in one photo, all the people who have guested here in the show. And so I realized that I have been talking to a lot of amazing people, but there's still so many knowledge and wisdom that we need to hear. So I'm really dedicated in bringing you guys more amazing people, more insightful people, more inspiring people to help us with our journey. So with that, I will be uploading 3 episodes every single week. Every Mondays, every Wednesdays, and every Fridays, there will be a new episode. So I hope that you become excited for that because I am. We're going to fast track our learning experience or learning curve here on the podcast. Now, for our topic for today, or the thing that I want to talk about is something that I shared in my group coaching sessions, which is the Better Me Project. And I want to share this with you guys because I really feel like a lot of people, they think or they're believing that this is going to be their best year ever. So we got to make sure that we do or we buy in the right plan. A lot of people, they have a lot of good intentions, they have a lot of good reasons, but they're buying the wrong plan on how they could improve their lives. So in this episode, we're going to talk about some ways or some things that you need to do to have your best year ever. Now, let's start with the first one. The first one is, of course, set a goal. A goal is a very powerful magnet. You know, when you have a goal, it's like your life has this path, right? This pathway. When we don't have a goal, what happens is we're like driving all around town and we don't know where our destination is. So we gotta be able to figure out, what does progress looks like? What does progress look like? What does healing look like? What does success look like for us, so that we know what kind of person we want to become, or what life do we really want. So setting a goal is like read the first. I'm obsessed with goals. In fact, I always talk about goals. I think all of my sessions, I've been talking about them. My life totally changed when I set my goals. And I want to ask you, if you haven't yet, January is almost over. It's not too late. New Year's resolutions, they can be a great help, but the real change happens every single day. So it doesn't matter if you're listening on February or March or April. It doesn't matter. But if you want that change to happen, you can start right now. So I want to ask you, what's your goal for 2022? Okay, you gotta have some time for yourself, where you reflect what's your goal for this year. And I want to share with you a story that I have. I actually wrote or posted this on Instagram exactly a year ago, and I posted my 2021 goals, right? So I wrote there 1 million followers, podcast academy or podcast masterclass. I would write a book. I would have a Spotify exclusive deal, and I will live life on my own terms. And so I kind of got that back at the back of my head, and I had a lot of these micro goals. But let's look at the progress that we've made. And disclaimer, this was the first time that I wrote down my goals. This was the first time, 25 years of my life. This is the first time that I'm writing my goals down, and I wrote them on the whiteboard, and let's see how it progressed out or how it played out. At this moment, I have now like 1.8 million followers, a lot of 7 batches of the Podcast Academy. I haven't written a book yet, and I reached the requirements for the Spotify deal, and I am living life on my own terms. I have lived my year, on my own terms. And so when I became intentional with the life that I wanted to create, it's like I have a reason to keep moving forward. But most importantly, it showed me my progress. Okay. And I want to share with you what kind of goals you should be setting. We have this thing called the bag. Okay. BHAG, the bag. You need to have bags. Okay. So what does bag or bags mean? It means big, hairy, audacious goals. You need to have big, hairy, audacious goals. Because we all know this. We all hear this. If it doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. And I believe that 100%. When I wrote these goals down, 1 million followers, I was like at 200, 300,000 back then. And 1 million followers, it seems so far away. It seems like a big number. And the truth was, I was scared. When I was writing this down, I was fearful. I was anxious. I was scared because these goals, they're huge goals. Okay, they're huge goals. And it scared me. And I realized that goals should be like that. It should be big. It should be scary. It should be that's when people are looking at you, the audacity to start that goal, right? You need to have that big goals or bags, right? So what is the main reason why we need to have big, hairy, audacious goals? It's not just, for the sake of our pride or our egos. It's mainly because, okay, this is not for what you can have, but for what you can become. I want to say that again. This is not for what you can have, but for what you can become. Have you ever wanted to have that movie theater experience within the comforts of your own home? Well, Hisense is here to give you that. Hisense television sets comes with the different top-of-the-line features that make your watching experience more immersive. For starters, Hisense TVs are equipped with Dolby Vision, a stunning HDR imaging technology that brings extraordinary colors, contrast, and brightness to your screen. It also comes with Dolby Atmos, which makes you hear different sounds and effects from all angles. Lastly, it also has Full Array Local Dimming Pro, which enables a way for LED TVs to improve the contrast ratio in dark scenes by dimming backlight zones. Wow, TV has never felt so real. Get your own Hisense Smart 4K ULED TV now and get a free soundbar for every purchase. Hisense TVs are available in appliance stores nationwide and also in Lazada and Shopee. For more information, follow Hisense on Facebook and at HisensePH on Instagram. You may also visit hisense.com.ph. Your goals will stretch you, and so shoot for the moon and land among the stars. It will stretch you out. You'll become a bigger person, a better person, just because of the goals. For example, you set a goal. You said, okay, I'm going to hit 1 million in my bank account this year, and then you fell short. You weren't able to reach that goal, but you kept on working and working. You developed the skills. You earned a lot of high-paying jobs or high-paying skills or in-demand skills in our generation, and you learned all those skills, and now you're short like 300,000. You're at 700,000 in your bank account. Now, even though you failed, quote unquote, on your goal, you have 700,000. You didn't reach it, but you've grown so much. You went from 0 to 700,000, and that is still progress. Okay, so that's the main reason why you need to have bags or big, hairy, audacious goals. So that's the first one that you need to do. Set a goal in 2022. Now, the second one is you got to be intentional. Okay, we don't want just our lives to be filled with whatever life is giving to us. We should stop living on autopilot. I learned that in last year when I started to really focus or give my 110% personal development. I became intentional with my life. I said to myself, you know what? I'm done, waiting or just hoping and praying that life would magically become better. I wanted it to become better. And so I did everything with intention. And being intentional with your thoughts, with your words, with your actions, they are they are game changers. So for example, when I'm taking a bath, right? We all do this. We take baths all the time, but we're really not intentional, right? We're not going in the shower and we're intentionally taking our baths. Most of the time, we just need to do it. We go on autopilot and we do that. And our mind is wanderlessly, floating away in the future or in the past. And so we're not really in the present moment. We're not really living at this particular moment. So we got to be intentional in whatever we're doing. When we're taking a bath, we got to be intentional with it. I want to take a bath because that's what I do to take care of myself, to take care of my body. And so now taking a bath is not just taking a bath. It's now something that you do for yourself. It has a meaning. And that should be with every decision that you make, especially your goals. You need to ask yourself, why do you want those goals? Why are those your goals? Because your goals should be attached to an emotional attachment. Okay? In an emotional way, it is powered. It is inspired by your emotions. So it gotta have a deeper meaning. Otherwise, you'll just be, reaching goals after goals, and you don't, and it'll feel it will still feel empty. Okay, it will still, oh my gosh, it will still feel empty. That is the reason why you should be intentional with the goals, with the words, with the actions that you have. Okay? The third thing that you need to do this year to have your best year ever is bounce back from setbacks. Now, having a goal, that's very inspiring. Being intentional, that's very light, and it'll bring us more peace and help us with our self-esteem. But I'm not promising you an easy road. In any type of change, it's going to be hard, it's going to be messy, it's going to be hell. Okay, if hell does exist, that would be the feeling of change, of the process of healing. It is so hard and it is so painful, but you got to learn to bounce back from setbacks. Okay, I always tell the people that I coach is that if something is hard to do, then most likely that's the right thing to do. Okay, because easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life. And if you know that you've fallen down, it's hard to get back up. It's scary. You'll never know if you're gonna get hit again, you're gonna fall down again. You'll never know. The anxiety's there. It's hard. But you gotta learn to bounce back from the setbacks. You gotta learn to develop grit, to develop resilience. And it doesn't need to be this huge, a thing in your life. It can be from the simple things when you wake up in the morning and you don't wanna wake up instantly. You wanna hit that snooze button. You can develop your grit and your resilience by fighting back. Okay, this is my setback. I know that I have been lazy, but now it's time to bounce back. It's time to break that cycle. It's time to change the narrative. It's going to be hard. I wanted this. Okay, you prayed for God for change, and now He's changing you. So you got to learn how to deal and manage the hard times in life. It doesn't matter how many times you fall down. What matters is how many times you get back up. Okay? So bounce back from setbacks. And this is also one thing that I would like to remind you guys. Setbacks don't erase your progress. When you make a mistake, it's okay. We're human. Okay? But never make the same mistake twice. Okay? If the mistake is made twice, it is a choice. So that's my rule. I still fall down in bed. I still become lazy at times and unmotivated. But I promise myself I would never have that kind of state or be in that kind of state for 2 straight days. I need to break that pattern. So falling down once is okay. Making a mistake twice, okay, that's your choice. So be careful with that. The fourth thing that you need to understand the fourth thing that you need to do to have your best year ever is to focus on the 1% progress. Again, the compound interest for self-improvement. Become 1% better every single day. You will become 37.78% better in a year. Okay, just 1% better every single day. It's the small things that you feel like that won't impact your life. It can be like the smallest things, like taking a cold shower in the morning, doing jumping jacks when you wake up, not hitting that snooze button, fixing your bed. It's the small things. Okay, when you do that, it's like you're voting for a better version of you in the future. But if you don't do that, you become 1% worse. Okay, so you'll actually deteriorate into 0.033 worse. Now that's you. You became worse after a year. So it's up to you. It's up to you if you choose to be 1% better or 1% worse. I also want to remind you guys that progress is way, way better than perfection. Do not let perfectionism get in the way of progress. You got to understand, all it needs to take is to become 1% better every single day. The small things. And I want to remind you guys that if you're the only one who can see your progress, it is still valid. If you're not posting it on social media and you're happy with your progress, no matter how small it is, no matter how little it is, you're doing well. You're doing great, because progress is what we're aiming for, not perfection. Here's a trick that you could, use in your life. Don't just measure your success or your progress, right? Monitor your progress. Instead of being so goal focused, why not also give emphasis on the process? Are you actually having a hard time with the process? Have you grown? Have you become better with the process? If you monitor, not just only measure your progress, you'll see that you're actually getting better. You respond to your body, you observe your body, you observe your mind and your heart, and you see that you're making real progress, even if it's small progress. It's very important. Now, the last thing that you need to do, or need to the last thing that you need to do to have your best year ever is, of course, take action, guys. I was always wondering, why are there, the goddess of good luck is always favoring like these people. And I asked myself that question, and I realized that all of us has a bit of luck every day. An opportunity comes, we get that opportunity to meet new people, to grow our business, to start a business. But what happens to people that are not really realizing their potential? It's because they're procrastinating their dreams. They're not taking actions. Okay? If you have an amazing idea, it's practically useless if you don't put it into action. You got to apply the knowledge that you have. So take action, guys. That's a challenge that I want to leave you this 2022. Have a mindset that you're always going to take action. Every single time that you feel like you can do this, it'll help you become better. Do it. I don't care if you're scared. If you're scared, do it scared. I don't care if you're anxious. Do it while you're anxious. I don't care if you're scared. Then do it scared. Just do it. I know that's a slogan that it's kind of cliche, but just do it. And you'll thank yourself. Okay, it's easy to do the action when you're motivated, when you're inspired, but when you don't want to do it and then you still do it, that will help you build your character. And that will essentially help you in having your best year ever. And so that's it for this episode. I hope that you enjoy this episode. If you like to hear more of this, where we always go in depth and we dive deep into these topics on the Better Me Project. We have a weekly session every Monday, 8 p.m. If you want to join that, go to Instagram and message me on or at Alec Cuenca, or send me an email, aleccuenca@gmail.com, or go to bit.ly/The Better Me Project. Again, that's bit.ly/The Better Me Project. And so I hope I could see you there, I could meet you there, and I could, we could share stories and experiences and insights as well. So looking forward to meeting you guys. Thank you again for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed this one, go ahead and give it a 5-star rating on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts, and share it with your friends and your family. Personal development is for everyone. So again, thank you guys for coming here, for showing up. Till Monday. And now we will have more episodes, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. I can't wait. I'm excited. Thank you for always supporting the podcast. It wouldn't be possible to be here without you guys. So thank you so much. And yeah, that's it for this episode. My name is Alec Cuenca. This is Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. And I'll talk to you guys next episode, Monday. Bye-bye.